It's your boy Chipsoy, and welcome back to another video here on Hypixel Skyblock. Good morning, everybody. It is currently 9 a.m. on a Sunday, and I've got big plans for today. I obviously just woke up here. You can probably tell it in my voice, but I had to get on early in order to rip this 24-hour grind. Here's the deal. There's a little competition going on between me and my co-op members. You know, we're kind of trying to get a lot of powder before each other. You guys will hear about it in a future video, but essentially I'm going to be gone next week, and so I need to get to grinding now, and hopefully I'll be able to cushion myself for the competition by doing that grinding for 24 hours straight, 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. So here we go. Let's buy our first pass of the day and warp to the crystal hollows, warp to the nucleus, and then run on into the precursor remnants. I'm going to do most of my grinding in here, classic chest powder mining, but this is going to be very difficult because powder mining is, I think, pretty commonly known as the most boring and annoying thing to do on the server. So doing it for 24 hours straight, this challenge is in a whole nother league. I do think I can do it though. I'm in the middle of a solid Netflix show and we got some football games today, so looking forward to that on the side. But before we do get too deep into it, I actually do want to hit my HOTM tree. I've got 462k gemstone powder to give away, and that will be to max out my powder buff upgrade, so I get 50% more powder from that. I also have Great Explorer maxed, and we'll throw the rest into mole. And then down here for mithril powder, I don't really have much more upgrading that I can do. But there we go. Now we're basically 0-0 as we get into the day, making it a lot easier to track our progress. I bring you back because we're about an hour in, and I actually thought of a fun metric that we might be able to track here. I was thinking since I'll be mining hardstone the whole time, we might as well take a look at that now versus 23 hours from now. It looks like my hardstone is about 15.8 million right now. Anyway, powder is going well. We got a little unlucky with not getting 2 times, but it's all good as we are getting a bunch of jerrys and a good amount of robot parts as well. Gone with the Wind is up next. Alrighty, well, let's keep grinding. 2 hours in and we're finally getting a 2 times powder. Let's go. Let it begin. Let it begin. Wow. Alrighty, 3 hours in about, and it is going to be lunchtime, so I'm gonna hop off here, but it's also day 15 basically in this lobby, so it's about to close anyway. I think I did some pretty good work making a massive hole in here. Let's grab one more chest for good measure. And of course we didn't even get any powder out of that, but I'm gonna grab some quick lunch and get back on the grind. Choose some about 3.5 hours into my grind.
3.5?
Into a 24-hour grind.
Cap, I don't believe it.
You should do 24 hours with me.
I would if I didn't have school. I'll do this for like maybe 2 hours at a time, take a break, you know.
Dude, I just got a Pico Nimbus from a chest.
Oh, I got one too. What the heck? Yo, what are the odds?
That's crazy. Pico Nimbus partners.
How do I get a refined mineral?
The mining event. I got 10 of them.
10 of them?
Yeah, I'll sell them all. 400k, I'll take it. Oh my god, I've been grinding for 5 hours now because my pass about to expire. Just got a new one.
5 hours?
That's crazy. 5 hours of straight powder mining. 19 to go.
You'll be done by the time I wake up tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll be going into school and just know I'll still be powder mining. I did actually just pass the 1 mil powder mark too. I got 514k mithril and 502k gemstone. And here we are in yet another day 15 lobby that is crumbling away. Last couple chests here and then I'll get kicked out, but it's now past 3:30 and I started doing this grind at 9 a.m. So much time has passed and yet so much time still remains. To the lobby I go for a hot second because we're just gonna warp right back into the crystal hollows. Wow, here we are again 5 hours later. I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching some football, I had some dinner, and my speed at getting this powder has gone down a little bit. So we're 10 hours in, and I mean, I've got 980k mithril, 930k gemstone, so it's still looking pretty good, but the games have been a little distracting. Anyway, I'm almost halfway there, so that's pretty exciting, but still a long ways to go. And wow, this is a lot of chests I got going on. Let's start opening them up. Wow, wow, wow. 2 times powder just recently started to kick off the second half of the grind, as it is just past 9 p.m. now. We've been going for a while, but it's only the halfway mark. My head is starting to hurt as well. I'm trying to drink a lot of water to keep on going here, but dude, it's a grind that I will not give up on. So 12 more hours, here we go. Dude, what I got a runic Jerry. That's crazy. Speaking of Jerry's, I am up to over a stack of green Jerry boxes, which is kind of crazy. This is all just from today, of course, except for maybe a couple purples. This video is about powder, though, not Jerry's, so I am happy to announce and show that I have passed 3 million total powder today, and it's just about to hit midnight, so that's pretty awesome. Speaking of it just passing midnight, that would be the 15-hour mark, aka the time I need to renew my pass. So there's a new one for 10 grand, and we can continue grinding. Future Sweet here, and I'm kind of mad because at this point the screen kept recording but the audio did not. Obviously I'm mad because I don't know what I was talking about. It got very late because I did complete the 24 hours, but more I'm mad because you can just tell in my voice how horrible this 24-hour grind was, and now that aspect is no longer here. But I guess you can't tell that I am starting to get sick from doing this as I'm recording this, so there's that. But anyway, I'll continue with mostly a voiceover. At this point, it's almost 4 a.m., which is kind of crazy, and so after continuing to grind, I decided to check G top. Of course, since it's 4 a.m., I only have about 33k on the day, but if you check the day before, I went kind of crazy, beat the 100k mark, so that's pretty awesome, and of course I'm going to keep grinding. So the number today is just going to keep rising. Anyway, as I was checking that, Lord J, my co-op mate, decided to hop on.
Hi, it's 10 p.m. I just had work today.
Lord is from New Zealand, so that 10 p.m. means 4 a.m. for me in central the US.
What hour of powder is this?
Yeah, so I've been going at this for 19 hours now. Pretty crazy. Anyway, I asked Lord if he wanted to grind for a couple hours in chat.
That sounds pretty good.
And so we did. But eventually it turned to 5 a.m. And since it was the 20-hour mark, I had to get a new pass.
No way.
My 4th pass of the day. Right after that, at the 20-hour mark, I showed him my insane powder progress of 2.1 million each.
Damn, that's crazy.
But soon enough, I ended up saying goodbye to Lord. And then when 6 a.m. rolled around, another runic Jerry popped up. But 6 a.m. turned to 7 a.m. when I was still on the grind. At this point, we were 22 hours in, and there were only 2 hours remaining. I had hope. The sun was once again shining, and I could see the future, the end, the bed. I brought everybody back, though, at 8 a.m. because it meant the final hour was upon us. And as exciting as that was, I could barely keep my eyes open at this point. Like, it was a real struggle, and productivity started to slow down, but the grind did continue, and there were only 60 minutes left of it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is about to hit 9 o'clock. That means we've been grinding for 24 hours, almost 1,440 minutes, and I don't even know how to describe it. At this point, my eyes were barely open. I was ready to get off to finish it up. And so we were done. Right after smacking around this golden Jerry and dropping its box, I called it. It had passed the 9 a.m. mark, and I had called it complete. I was so tired, in fact, that I just wanted to show my inventory, all my Jerry boxes, all my pieces, show all of my powder. Look at that, almost 2.5 million of each, and then get off and do the outro later. But wow, what a crazy run. But that is exactly what I did. I grinded for 24 hours, and then I'm pretty sure I got off and slept for 24 hours. But anyway, it was an insane grind, and am I glad I did it? I don't really know. But I do have a lot of powder to show for it. Check it out, 5 million total powder, 2.5 mil respectively between mithril and gemstone. It's kind of crazy. I have so much mithril at this point that I don't even have much to upgrade. I can do a little bit to efficient miner, and then I guess I'll throw the rest on titanium and sanium. But look at that, it's basically all maxed down here. Then up top, I guess I can throw the rest of mine in mole. All of this 2.5 mil, just dump it on in there. Click, 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 click. And there we go. What are we at? Level 163. Wow. Anyway, with that, we are up to 11.5 million mithril powder and 8.5 million gemstone. I think that passes the 20 mil mark, so that is kind of crazy. Anyway, even though powder was the main goal, it's not the only thing that we got in this grind. We got a ton of money in Jerry boxes, 12.3 mil from purples. We also got a bunch of blues, which we could put up for 7.3. Then we got over a stack and a half of greens, which is 8.2 mil at this point. And we also did get a bunch of goldens, but they unfortunately do not stack. So I had to sell them as I was picking them up. Anyway, we got about 8 or 9 of those. So I want to say if that's 10 mil, we probably made almost 45 million coins just in Jerry boxes. That's kind of crazy, and that's not even counting all of the parts that we got throughout the grind too. I think in total right now, I'm up to over 1.5 stacks, maybe even over 2 stacks of each individual part, which is crazy in itself, and it means I've got a ton of nucleus runs coming up, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and be ready for that. But you should be hitting that subscribe button anyway if you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did. Gonna throw in one last plug to join my guild if you are skill average 35, but other than that, once again, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Adios and goodbye.